Take your marks.
Listen to the crowd.
This is a remarkable performance.
A world record, Denley. Have you ever seen anything like it?
He can't believe it, but it just happened.
Hello and welcome to About Last Night's Singapore edition for day one of finals. Now, night one happened tonight, guys, and I tell you what, it was an eventful way to start the World Championships, to say the least. Joining us is the incredible Pernille Blume and, of course, my wonderful co-host Elizabeth Beisel. Guys, what a way to start the comp.
The relays.
The relays.
Talk about the relays.
Come on.
I know John is secretly like, Aussie.
Double Australia gold. And we
So
have
good.
to talk about these performances because it was such an incredible way to finish the night. And so 51.8 for Meg Harris. We had 51.5 for Marit Steenbergen from the Netherlands. She took them from like 6th to 3rd.
51's just flying.
Flying out the
That
door.
must be like
And
some
you
of-
get a 51.
and you too. But it must be some of the fastest relay splits like ever in history.
Truly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't necessarily expecting that. We did a preview show and we were like, we can't believe there's 4 girls going 52 on Team USA.
That's right.
And
now
then it was
it's
like 51s.
Were
know?
you seeing splits like that when we were swimming?
A few. I think
few.
Kate Campbell did a few of
Yeah.
them. Maybe even Sarah as well. But like that was it. We
Yeah.
didn't see really those split times. I did actually as well.
She's like
Of
Pernille
course.
Blume,
Counting.
also a 51.
I did
Olympic gold
51.7.
Yeah, Olympic champion. Okay.
One should be going 53.0 here, so Husky's going to need a 52 low to get over the top. And look at the back end of the Australians. They're breathing away from each other. Husky's in front. We'll see what sort of finishing speed she's got. But here comes Australia. They want to defend their world title.
Australia in front, United States. Huskers trying to go with them, but this is Wunsch of Australia, and the Australians are celebrating. They've got a gold medal. The United States take the silver, and the Netherlands get up for bronze. What a race, what a result, and what joy from the Australian coaches.
What a big time changeover. And first 50 for Kyle Chalmers. That world record, that's the 46.0 from Lazak. That's going to pull away. But talk about pulling away. What a turn there from Chalmers. Australia might look to do the relay double because Chalmers doesn't often get beaten from this position.
He is a fantastic racer. He's an exciting racer. He's a superstar, is Kyle Chalmers. He's going to give Australia the gold medal. Australia in front. It looks like Italy may be edging out the USA. But Kyle Chalmers, what a swim. A sensational swim. It's another gold to Australia in a championship record time. 3:08.97. Italy the silver and the USA bronze.
But you know, we talked about Australia a lot. Obviously, it was their night, 2-time world champions. I want to talk about that final leg, that anchor leg for Team Italy, because it was crazy. Manuel Frigo for Team Italy. What a finish for him, and obviously sneaking that silver medal.
I mean, I think the Americans must be heartbroken.
I know.
You're right.
I'm
We are.
sorry.
We are.
I'm
Thanks.
like, wow.
Into my wounds.
Yeah, I
But
know.
you've been there in an anchor position. When it's not over when it's over. We saw that for the women in Australia
Exactly.
with Olivia's anchor leg. What is going through your mind, and how do you almost trick yourself in thinking, even though I've been passed, I can still make up that ground?
I think it's this thing, like if you're behind, then you're just jumping in and you only have one thing in mind is just, I need to get past this person. You're not thinking about strategy. You're not thinking about if you're hurting or anything. You just, that's the only thing you have in mind. And then if you're in front, you're like, my God. Yeah, it's much more stressful because you know that person has this one thing and is very focused. So either like if you're the person in front, you have to like kind of, you know, step away from that idea that this one here,
Right.
just like focus forward as well. But it's so difficult, and I think sometimes we get too caught up in that person chasing us.
Yes.
That we're like,
Yeah.
oh, you know.
And you
we
lose, like,
kinda-
yourself and
exactly.
your own
And
race
then you don't know
strategy.
what you're actually doing because you're so focused on what's going on here.
Yeah. That's great
Okay.
advice, actually.
Really, really good.
Like literally stay in your own lane.
Especially if you're in front.
Right.
I mean,
right.
if you're
like,
in the
don't think
back,
about the people that
yeah,
Go,
because
go.
they're like a dog with a bone, you know.
Yeah.
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 We then had the women's 400 meter freestyle, which again was another incredible race.
That was full of drama. And like that last 50, wow. I mean,
unbelievable.
Bingjie, she just completely just paralleled all the way up, you know.
And not just past anybody, but past Katie Ledecky.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this was a big deal. And Summer McIntosh obviously followed that 400 freestyle final up with a 14-minute later semi-final in the 200 IM. So she kind of was just like on a one-track path, went straight back to the warm-down pool, got ready, reset, had an amazing 200 IM semi.
I mean, she's next level. If you watched her 400 freestyle, after 200 meters, I thought, okay, maybe she'll start hurting. But I mean, she just picked up the pace in some way, and her technique is outstanding.
And I think that's the thing for me. When I watch Summer race, she makes it look easy.
Yeah, she does.
And I mean, you guys have raced long, hard events. You know it's not hard, but she gets out, it looks like she's barely even breathing, and she just looks so smooth in the water. And it's so impressive for me to watch. But as someone who has never done this, I want to know, what's it like having to do a double like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I was never doing doubles because that was way too much.
No, I thought you were though. But what about like an individual event
and a relay?
Oh, relay.
That
counts.
That counts.
True.
Yes.
And it's mentally taxing as well. Yeah. But I do think that sometimes we see that the swimmers, they jump in for one race and then they have one straight after and they actually get better. I don't know how they do it, but I think maybe they're just like going with the flow and vibing and coming off like the vibes and so on, and then just bringing that energy back into the water again, and then that just propels them forward.
Yeah, you're like warmed up, and I think there's something to be said for maybe they have a reason to not swim well, so there's like a little bit of pressure taken off. At least that's how I was when I did doubles. It was like, oh, I already swam a 400. This isn't going to be great, and then it would be amazing.
Yes. I heard you talk about this, Beisel, once, and it was sort of like the Ledecky effect, right? When you see someone in a generation do something, you see that it's possible. And I think Australia had that. You mentioned like Kate Campbell, Emma McKean, like these people in these younger swimmers have watched them and gone, oh, I can do that. It's achievable.
No, and you need somebody to break those barriers and break through the glass ceiling to make you aware that, oh, this is humanly possible. I want that.
Yes.
And the Ledecky effect is real. It affected all of us, I think.
I know, but I think also it's just this thing, like she's doing something that she really likes and enjoys doing. So you can see that in her, like she's beaming and so on. So she's inspiring other people just by being her. It's like the ripple effect of inspiration. That's just, just lifts up the whole team.
And she's not going anywhere. This is her 7th World Championships.
Crazy.
7th.
It's crazy.
And she's young.
It's crazy.
Still, and she's not even done.
Yeah.
But
And it was only 6/100ths of a second separating that pair. Märtens has kicked. He's in front of Short. Kim is there as well. That's the order with only 15 to swim. Short's going to come back at Märtens. Märtens, Short. Short is finishing hard. He might get there. It's close. It is Märtens. Märtens by 2/100ths of a second over Short. And Kim takes the bronze medal. Oh, what a race.
having that 400 freestyle and seeing Lukas Märtens win was so incredible, and he was feeling a little shaky after the race.
We obviously didn't get that post-race interview afterwards. He got out and was feeling a little unwell, but that's only because he put in everything into that race. You know, there was 0.02 between him and Sam Short. Kim Woo-min was right there with that bronze medal as well. But it was wonderful to see Lukas, for me, finally get that World Championship title. He doesn't have it.
No.
Olympic gold medalist, world record holder, and now he's got that jewel to add to the crown.
I know, and the atmosphere was just electric here. I mean, you know, already from the start with the music going, like the arena, it's incredible.
It's really special.
Well, we crowned 4 new world champions, so let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule, because we swam a bunch of semis tonight, and they were big swims. We're going to see them in those finals tomorrow. So let's take a look at the schedule, and we're going to talk you through some of those races. So let's look at the schedule for tomorrow. It's going to be another incredible day of action for day 2. Now, we're crowning 4 new world champions tomorrow again. The semi-finals for those races were swum tonight. So we had some exciting drama to kick that off. The men's 100-meter breaststroke, we have to mention, Niccolò Martinenghi for Italy was DQ'd, but then that was overturned. So tomorrow night, we're going to see a 9-lane final for him. What would that do for you as an athlete, going having to deal with that DQ and go through that stresses?
I mean, he's also the Olympic champion.
Of course.
I mean, it was
this
is
drama.
It is a drama.
Yes.
It's like quite upsetting that he was DQ'd at first. You know,
Yes.
I mean, a year post Olympics and so on. So, I think this is like a ripple effect for so many, like for him going through the motions, going through the drama and so on, but even like the others in the field as well, you know, going into the final thinking, oh, now one guy left, you know.
It's going to be an interesting one to watch. You know, he's in there, but there's other big names. We've got Qin Haiyang for the People's Republic of China. Moving on to the other event from the men's program, the men's 50 fly. It is a absolutely stacked field. Absolutely.
It's like a SmackDown.
It's
like
gonna be crazy.
Unreal. This is going to be the race of the night, I feel like, because there's so many big names, Olympic champions in different events. Now the 50s are being added to the Olympics next year, so this is going to be a big focus for some of those athletes. And those like Noe Ponte, Maxime Grousset,
Ilse Costagna, Diego de Mato,
exactly.
Yeah.
The biggest names.
Yeah.
Yes.
The biggest names.
all in a race that's a 50. And you know a lot about a 50, so what are these athletes doing? How critical is it that they are just mistake-free?
Oh, they can't make any mistakes. And you know what? It's so interesting with butterfly because you really have to time the finish. And we saw Maxime Grousset in the heats and he did such a long finish and he was looking flying as ever. But then in the semifinal, he actually, you know, managed to get to the finish in the right timings.
And then the women's,
Of course.
Junior IM, which will feature Summer McIntosh, Alex Walsh. Summer going at 2:07 tonight, 14 minutes after a 400 free final. Pretty incredible. We were talking about earlier how maybe that 400 free loosened her up a little bit. What do we think we're going to see from her tomorrow?
I mean,
I think it's her race.
She's in a league of her own.
Literally.
Yeah, she looked like she was in a league of her own. Wow.
She looked easy tonight.
Comfortable,
She did.
so
Yeah.
comfortable in it, you know. And I think I'm excited. It's sort of like you say, a league of your own. I'm excited to see what she does and how much she can push it when she's not racing, doing multiple doubles or multiple races in a day. But she looks so comfortable out there, and I think, I mean, what else do we want to say about it?
Right. I feel like you could see her relief on the podium for her 400 freestyle. And I saw her just like let out a breath. And that tells me, okay, we got through tonight. That was a really hard morning and evening session. Now we can just focus on the 200 IM tomorrow.
Yeah. And we got another big name because we're moving on to the women's 100 meter butterfly. Gretchen Walsh, she swam that semi-final tonight. World record holder, obviously going into that. Tori Husk pulled out of that this morning, didn't race at reigning Olympic champion. And then Gretchen, after that race, pulled off the relays. Where is she at now after that illness, I suppose? That's what's going to be interesting to me.
Yeah, and I mean, for her to still be able to go a 56 and come in top seed, tied, incredible, but pulling out of a relay scares me a little bit just for her because I know everybody loves kind of what we were talking about, relay. That is kind of like the pinnacle of being on your team, representing your country. So I don't know, maybe she was just being precautionary. We can't obviously speculate, but I just hope she's okay for tomorrow.
But another big name, of course, is Zhang Yufei, always dominant, always up there when it comes to butterfly. And she just looked like she was having so much fun tonight.
I know, she was all smiley face, and then she came up to the mixer and I was watching her and she went to the cameras and did like this behind the camera. It was so cute.
Yeah.
I
mean,
love
she's happy.
her.
She's swimming fast. I feel like most of Team China is having an incredible meet. They have the 12-year-old in the 200 IM.
Of course.
So she'll be in the final tomorrow night. But yeah, it's going to be an incredible night
And
tomorrow.
I feel like the crowd is going wild here. Like they have a lot of supporters. So, I mean, they really bring the vibe.
It always makes for a fun night of action when the crowd's on, you know?
It does.
Well, listen, thank you so much for joining us, Pernille. It's been great having you down here for night one. And thank you guys for watching, of course. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night after day 2 of finals. Maybe it's going to be just as eventful. We're going to have to wait and see. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a follow. And we'll keep you updated throughout the entire week. From Beisel, myself, and Pernille, we'll see you tomorrow.